Hey there, welcome to Violet's DIY Style. I am Violet, and today's tutorial I'm going to be sharing with you how I made these DIY fall decor pieces using Dollar Tree supplies alongside with my Cricut Explorer Air 2 and my Cricut iron press. Today's tutorial is a collab with the Cricut brand, and I'm super excited to be able to share with you some of their products that I used for these tutorials. So the first DIY I'm going to be making is a runner, and I wanted to keep it simple because this was the first time that I ever used the Cricut, and I made so many things this one particular day. But what I did for this tutorial and for this project, I actually cut out a pumpkin, and I used their glitter iron press on vinyl. And all I'm doing right here is basically removing all the extra pieces of vinyl in order for me to glue on or iron on this pumpkin to my runner. I wanted to keep it simple, and I also wanted to make sure that I could use this not just for Halloween, but maybe all the way until Thanksgiving, or at least closer to Thanksgiving, and then I might change it right before Thanksgiving just to give it more of the different fall colors that I'm going to be using. So what you do is, after you remove all the extra pieces of vinyl, basically you get your Cricut iron press and you press the green button. That's simple. I was so excited to receive this iron press because, for one, I didn't even know Cricut made it, and when I received it and I saw how easy it was for me to use, I was just so excited. I know a lot of you guys, you crafters and DIYers, use your iron for any kind of press on. And believe me, I did the same thing, but I was always so worried about not having used the iron too hot or not hot enough, or removing the sticker or the backing too soon and pulling up my decor piece or whatever I wanted to place on my fabric. So with this, the iron press that Cricut has made basically takes all that guessing out of everything. All you have to do is just look up what kind of fabric you're using, and then turn that iron press onto that temperature, let it get hot, and then you just push it on to whatever you're ironing on, whatever your sticker you're adding onto your fabric, and then you press that button for 30 seconds. And it'll let you know when it's done. You remove it, and then you do it for the front and the back, and you'll see me doing it again on this pillow that I'm making, that I used 2 rugs from Dollar Tree. And these rugs right here, they're like the fabric ones, and you can actually use all kinds of different covers or blankets also if you want to make different pillows from Dollar Tree as well. But I decided to grab 2 of these rugs because of the color that they have. It's a black, brown, and cream color, which I thought were perfect for fall. I just thought they were such a pretty colors to add to my decor that I'm adding throughout my home. So what I did basically is use a glue gun to glue all my sides of this 2 pieces of rugs that I'm gluing together. Now, if you have a sewing machine, you can easily use a sewing machine and just do a straight stitch and sew this pillow together. But I wanted to show you that you can make a pillow decor piece using your hot glue gun. The only tip that I have is, when you do use your glue gun to make a pillow or anything that's going to be attached like this, I would highly recommend you wait and not stuff it or flip it inside out until it is completely dry, because if not, basically you're just going to pull everything apart. So just wait for a good 30 minutes to allow all the glue to dry before you do remove it or insert anything into your pillow. So here, once you're done adding all the glue to all your sides, you're going to get whatever press-on iron piece that you're going to use. And I'm going to use the pumpkin just like I did for my runner. I think I'm going to go more with that pumpkin theme for a lot of my decor pieces. I just thought it was so pretty. I don't think I'm going to use glitter on all of my decor pieces, but for these, I thought it was just enough, not too much, but just enough glitter, just to add that extra little glam to my decor pieces. So I'll show you again how I used that Cricut iron press on this pillow. And one other thing that I am so excited about to be able to use the Cricut machine is that you can, I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time writing or painting letters because I just don't like my handwriting. I don't like the way they look, and then I'm always terrified that I'm going to ruin a project because I don't like the way it looks or the way I wrote something out or didn't write it even enough or what have you. Well, that just takes all the guessing out of it because you can use the Cricut and just write or print out or cut out any kind of lettering design to your projects, not just on fabric, but on any kind of decorative piece that you're going to make. So that's why I was so excited to be able to join the Cricut family and able to show you guys and open up a lot more of my crafting that I'm going to be doing because I'm not going to be so scared of doing all those letterings anymore. So stay tuned for a lot more of these DIYs, not just using Dollar Tree items, but also using the Cricut machine and the Cricut press-on iron as well. But don't be scared because if you don't have these machines, the projects that I do make, I promise you, you'll still be able to make them without this. For instance, if you wanted to make this right here that I'm making with the pumpkin, you can easily just get that fabric from the press-on fabric and you can easily cut it out yourself and then use your iron. But these machines do make it so much easier and so much more convenient for you to do all these projects. So here you can see all I did was press that button, wait 30 seconds, and then remove it. Now, since this fabric was a little bit thicker, I did push onto my iron just to make sure that it did come out correctly because like I said, this was the first time I used these products and I was just scared again, just like with the iron. I was scared that it wasn't going to come up right or it was going to pull up and wrinkle, but it didn't. And you can see here that I was still terrified and I just moved it and peeled back that backing really slowly because I was terrified about it, but it didn't. It was perfectly fine and I was super excited with the end result. So once you're done doing that, just go ahead and stuff your pillow with any kind of stuffing. This is just stuffing from an extra pillow that I had that I no longer want to use. So all I did was just stuff it with that. Once you're done stuffing all your pillow, what you're going to do is go ahead and grab your glue gun and then just glue that little opening back shut. And there you have it, an adorable holiday pillow that you can use for Halloween, I would say, and also all throughout Thanksgiving. And you don't have to worry about it being ruined by any children or it being placed on the floor because, you know, it was very budget friendly, but it is very durable and it's really, really gorgeous. I don't think you can see the colors correctly on here, but they are so pretty. I just thought it was a perfect touch of fall colors. So there you have it. So our next and final project, what we did was I just grabbed some jute twine and made a tassel. And you've seen me make tassels before, but basically you just wrap it around any kind of cardboard or paper depending on the size of tassel you want. You just go ahead and grab another piece of rope or jute twine, and then you just pull it through, and then you're gonna pull it upwards and tie a knot to start forming your tassel. Once you've tied that knot and all your rope or jute twine, in my case, is nice and secure, go ahead and cut the bottom. And then you're gonna trim that bottom part just to make sure they're all nice and secure. Then just grab another piece of jute twine and make that eye of the tassel by wrapping it around as many times as you like, right there in the center, and then knotting it. And again, just make sure all your bottom tassel is all nice and even. And then the top part, what I decided to do was add some beads. Now I couldn't put the beads through there without my trick, or I don't know if it's just my trick, but with the trick that I do, I add some glue to my ropes and then I just press them together to form that like a needle point in order for me to run it through my beads a lot easier. Once I was done with the amount of beads I wanted to place in this tassel, I just tied a knot and left it there. So there's your tassel, pretty easy. So what I did after that, I just set my tassel aside and I grabbed one of these foam pumpkins from Dollar Tree, removed the stem, which is just like a toothpick that's holding it in place. And then I decided to paint my pumpkin white. Now, I did give this pumpkin 2 good coats of white paint, but I think you could go with just one if you don't mind some of that orange coming through, which I thought looked really pretty, but I went ahead and decided to paint it twice, just to give it a really good clean coat of white paint. But make sure that you do allow it to dry between each one of your coats. But you can paint this one beige, you can paint it any color you like. You can even paint it, maybe like a rustic orange instead of that bright orange, and it would look beautiful as well. So a lot of different options that you can do with this pumpkin. So once it's all completely dry, go ahead and grab the stem again. And what I'm going to do is paint the stem with that apple barrel paint called khaki. And I just kind of squirted it on the stem since it was so small and just brushed it onto that stem. Now, another trick that I do, I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but if you don't know, I use a blow dryer in order to dry some of the DIYs that I do, so I won't have to sit around and wait, because I hate waiting so long for paint to dry. So I do just have a blow dryer that I purchased at a thrift store, and it's one of these small traveling ones, and I use it just for my projects. So just let it dry, and then you're going to add a little bit of glue to insert it back into your pumpkin. But what I decided to do before I let it completely dry is I kind of picked it up and then put a leaf inside right beside my stem. So I grabbed one of these leaves, and these leaves are again from the Dollar General, but I believe they do have fall leaves at Dollar Tree as well that are individual like this as well. Then I just wrapped my tassel around, and there you have it, a farmhouse boho chic style pumpkin. And here is the way I'm decorating my pillow. My runner, stay tuned for a DIY on how I decorate that, and here is my pumpkin. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.